Coming to you live from Southern Park, New Mexico. We are back on the 343 commitment and still counting climbs. This climb is dedicated to Lieutenant Robert Nagel, Engine 58, there in Harlem, housed with Ladder 26, also known as the Fire Factory. Taking him up 110 floors for his wife Janet and his daughter Bridget. He will not be forgotten. This 110 is to finish his footsteps all the way to the top. Dedicated to the FDNY off and on the line. And as I said before, to his family, his wife and daughter, extended family, he will not be forgotten. The Fire Factory, Engine 58, is going to the top. Going to reach the 110th floor with honor and respect given for Lieutenant Nagel, who served in Vietnam and was a 20-year vet, 28 years for the FDNY. So we're going vertical to carry him to the top. For Lieutenant Robert Nagel, for his wife Janet, his daughter Bridget. Our brother had an undergrad degree from, I believe it was St. John's University in business. Served in Vietnam. And was with the FDNY for 28 years. Was on Engine 58, housed there in Harlem with Ladder 26, the Fire Factory. Pushing them up. So we reach the top. For Lieutenant Robert Nagel, Engine 58. This climb is going to be a little bit rougher today for Lieutenant Robert Nagel, because yesterday we did our physical agility test, and legs are feeling it, but the climb has already started to the very top. We're going for Lieutenant Robert Nagel, Engine 58, out of Harlem, housed with Ladder 26. This is for the Fire Factory. For Engine 58, only brother who passed away from 9/11. I read a story during the research, and it was actually in what it said was the Marriott, and survived the initial collapse. And his brothers were all together and said he was irritated because he got stuck and they weren't able to get to him. So they were getting sawzalls and everything trying to get out. And that was the last they saw of Lieutenant Nagel, because the next thing he had happen was a second collapse. We will not forget. We will always remember. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting. 110 floors for Lieutenant Robert Nagel. Taking them all the way to the top. This is the 236th climb of this commitment. Going towards that finish of the initial 343 climbs before taking up the end, still counting. Pushing them up till we reach the top. For the fire factory's Lieutenant Robert Nagel, engine 58. Carrying him with honor and respect, symbolically going vertical as we speak. For his wife Janet and daughter Bridget, he goes vertical. For the FDNY, off and on the line, he will reach the top. This is why we climb, to give honor and respect. Right there he is, Lieutenant Robert Nagel. Now, on a different note, for the end, still counting, today marks the 10th year since engine 234, ladder 123, out of St. John's Place, firefighter John McNamara, husband to Jennifer, father to Jack, passed away because of 9/11 cancer. The illness is associated with working that pile for days and weeks and months until the resolve we will never forget. And John and St. John's Place, as a 234 ladder 123, is actually right there, symbolically on my helmet. For John, his wife Jennifer, and son Jack, with the Johnny Mac Foundation. Whatever it takes is their logo, their symbol. But he tried to do whatever it took. He will never be forgotten, and he will climb when I get to his name. But in loving memory and honor for Johnny Mac, for St. John's Place, on this 10th anniversary, and this climb for Lieutenant Robert Nagel. Harlem's Fire Factory, Pushing in vertical with honor and respect given. For the sacrifices made so that others could live. On 9/11, 2001, and those that came after in the Nagel County. Welcome to the heat. Southern New Mexico. Another brother going vertical. In this 343 commitment in Nagel County. 110 floors. Giving honor and respect to Lieutenant Robert Nagel. It is really humid outside and really warm inside on this climb. For our brother who had said served in Vietnam, our brother who gave 28 years of service, Lieutenant Robert Nagel. Our brother had an undergraduate degree in business, and said also that he had a house full of science fiction books, and when he watched TVs, he loved to watch it without commercials, and he wouldn't usually go past the, I believe it was channel 13 PBS, from what I read. Pushing until we reach the top. This 110 floors is given in honor and respect to the sacrifices made so that others could live. We should be approaching the probably 4th vertical now in the near future of 7. Pushing him all the way to the top. The 236th climb. 107 and counting down of the original 343 brothers lost on 9/11, 2001. Pushing them up with honor and respect all the way to the top. This 110 floors is to carry him to the top of the tower symbolically. It said that during research, our brother actually survived the first collapse. He was in the first floor. It's out of the Marriott in like the southeast area, and after the first collapse, he was separated from the rest of his crew, and they were working on getting him out when the second collapse happened. That was the last they heard of him. So, with honor and respect, Lieutenant Nagel is going vertical. So we reach the top. Total climb is 7 verticals, 110 floors. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. Live from the gym, Summer Park, New Mexico. to do this a little bit. It is seriously hot up in here. Pushing him. Now we are over the halfway point, going towards the 5th vertical. To reach 110th for his wife Janet and daughter Bridget. For Lieutenant Robert Nagel. Our brother was a Vietnam vet and a 28-year veteran of the FDNY. A husband and a father, family member, a son. We will never forget. We will always remember. This is why we climb, to keep their memories alive. This is why the 343 commitment in Stoke County exists. To keep telling their stories, to give them honor and respect until we reach the top. It literally is like 99 degrees outside this wall. Radiating direct heat into this gym. We will finish this climb. For Lieutenant Robert Nagel, FDNY, Engine 58, Ladder 26 in Harlem, the Fire Factory. We're going till we reach it. 236th climb. Heading to that top. I gotta take heat precautions for right now because I'm actually on duty. So it doesn't mean the climb doesn't have the same meaning. I have to be ready when the bell rings at a moment's notice to go respond. And I gotta make sure that can happen. This is going on 75 floors now. Pushing it till we reach the top. This climb is dedicated to the FDNY, off and on the line. To his wife Janet, daughter Bridget. To the fire factory, engine 58, ladder 26. For Lieutenant Robert Nagel in the Edsall County on the 10th anniversary of losing John McNamara, engine 234, ladder 123, St. John's Place. We will never forget all of our brothers. This is why we climb, to keep their memories alive. Pushing them up. Almost there. Whew. And southern New Mexico. Going vertical. For Lieutenant Robert Nagel. Pushing them up. Coming up on that rest before the last vertical. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting. 110 floors for Lieutenant Robert Nagel. A veteran of 28 years from the FDNY. A veteran of the Vietnam War. And our brother was a husband and a father to Janet and his daughter Bridget. To his extended family, to the FDNY off and on the line, and to our country. He will make the top. This is the coming up on the last vertical of the 343 commitment. It's still counting, 110 floors for Lieutenant Robert Nagel. Pushing him all the way to the top. My brother had an undergrad in business. To his wife, Janet, who I believe I read was a teacher. To his grown daughter, Bridget. To the rest of the family at the fire factory. Here goes that last vertical. Gonna get to the 100 or 101st floor. For this 343 commitment, it's still counting. Pushing them up till we reach the top. This is why we climb. To tell their stories. to keep their memories alive. This is why we go vertical. The ultimate sacrifice that was made. So upwards of 25,000 were saved. This is why we climb. Pushing him to reach that top. Going there now. Almost to the 100th floor. Yeah. The 107 brothers left to carry. 100 first floor. Try to get a little bit of clearance on my mask. This is the 236th time going vertical for the 343 initial brothers before the end, still counting, will take their place. And they're on vertical climbs. This is not the climb for St. John's into 234, ladder 123. Firefighter Johnny Mac, for his wife, Jennifer McNamara, and son Jack McNamara. This is the 10th anniversary of his passing from 9/11 cancer. He will never be forgotten. He will always be remembered, and when it's his turn, he will have his climb. I just wanted to make a special mention on this climb because today is the 10th year anniversary. So this is 100 and almost 10 floors now in this memorial stair climb for our brother, Lieutenant Robert Nagel, engine 58, the only brother to pass away on engine 58 from the fire factory on engine 58. We are carrying him to the top with the utmost respect given. This is his last few floors. To the 110th, we rise to carry our brother to the top of that symbolic tower, to the 110th floor. Our brother survived the initial collapse. They were working on getting him out when the second collapse happened. Lieutenant Robert Nagel, may he rest in peace, because we are on completion. To the 110th we went. Brother, rest easy. We got it from here, LT.